There must be, a million things I suppose you're supposed to know about writing. And, if you've written since you're 21 and you live to be 100, you still only reach maybe 1,000.
Two of the major themes in Edward P. Jones' collection, Lost in the City, are his treatment of geography and of women. With the geography, he's so meticulous with placing people and events in specific locations, and uses streets and landmarks to map the stories as they unfold and show how the characters' lives intersect. And this gives the readers a real sense of being placed alongside the characters as they live their lives. His treatment of women is also unique in that he consistently uses young girls and women as main characters and gives them a voice that has traditionally been silenced in literature and in public. This is unique in writing, period, but especially for a man to be so willing and able to embody the female voice so seamlessly. The way Jones arranges this collection, beginning with the youngest character and ending with the oldest, builds a cohesive narrative that binds the stories together. He may be using different characters and different stories throughout, but this progression from youngest to oldest seems to suggest a coming of age or even an aging of the Black community. The little girl's experience of being sent to the new neighborhood school in the first day is certainly not unique to her, and Marie's anxiety of dealing with social services is a reality for much of the elderly community. This progression from youngest to oldest allows Jones to map the lifespan of a person of color in DC without being limited to the life of a single person. Lost in the City creates a patchwork of the Black experience in DC, but whether that identity is really collective is more difficult to pin down. I think it might be more accurate to say that the experience of a Black person living in DC is going to be unique for each individual, but eventually those lives always intersect the same way the streets and the boundaries that Jones describes in the stories do throughout. Especially at the time Jones was writing this collection, Lost in the City brings this community to the forefront when the rest of the world was beginning to say that there was nothing there in DC. The store is a perfect example of Chocolate City because it's an institution for the people from all walks of life and all backgrounds that would probably be ignored by outsiders looking at DC as something to be gentrified. I believe Jones' use of geography in this collection is what binds all of the characters together. No matter where they come from or where they go in their lives, DC seems to bind them all together and provide a map for how their lives and experiences intersect. I think this use of geography also hints at the idea that no one person's experience can be the Black experience, but that all of these lives live next to each other and intersecting are pieces of a larger whole.